difficult boss, of having career conversations. So thankfully for me, most of my bosses have been amazing. Amazing, not just because I'm saying amazing, but when I share some of the things my bosses have done, people are like, oh, are there people like that? But so I would say about 95% of my bosses have gone above and beyond for me. Well, unfortunately, I've also met some that they did not do so much. They didn't do so well. They could have done better. But I've learned how to engage. I would like to say like Paul, I've learned both to be abased and to abound. Because I'm thankful for those bosses that turned out to not be so great, because they helped me not have a Cinderella view of things. So I just want to share a couple of tips that helped me with those bosses, particularly the ones that were not amazing. And it also helped me keep my head with the ones that are amazing. So the first thing I learned was to document. When they give you instructions, verbal instructions, then send an email. Because I've had quite a number of chats with people and say, oh, they don't like to do emails, etc. I had a case where I dealt with this. In this case, it was a client rep that did not like to do emails. And he gave me what I considered to be a ridiculous instruction. I tried to talk him out of it, and he said, no, I've said, go and do it. And it was verbally communicated. So what I did, it happened in his office, when we had the conversation in his office. So what I did, and I'm also going to give you a second way you can handle it. But what I did in my own case was that when I got back to the office, I got on my computer, I wrote him an email, I documented everything he gave me as an instruction, and I asked him to please confirm that this is what he wants. And he said yes, which was not like him, uncharacteristic. He normally would not reply emails, but he responded to that one. Because if he had not replied, I would not have done it. But he replied, and so I obeyed his instructions, though I knew that it will not end well. Interestingly, about 3 years later, when there was I think someone needed to do an independent verification or something of the work we had done. So they began to question that decision, and they wanted to make it look like we were the ones that did not do the right thing. And I was like, hold up. He asked me to do it, and I brought out the email, and that's how the matter died. So please don't take verbal instructions. Send an email to clarify. So if your boss is giving you too many deadlines, that's another tip, and maybe that's why you're considering him or her difficult. Send an email with a list of everything that the person is asking you to do, and highlight. Then ask your boss to please help you understand which ones are top priority. I remember doing this with one of my bosses because there were requests coming from here and there, and he was not being difficult, he was just being overly nice. He was taking too many requests from too many people. And by the time he came back, and so I sent him an email and I asked him that, see, I have this request, that request, and which one should I attend to first? Which one is priority 1, priority 2, priority 3? He said they are all priority 1. So I now said, okay, please help me with deadlines. When is each one due? And we were able to look through and see that he was overloading me. So for me, I think those are the 2 tips I want to share today. If you have any tips to help us deal with difficult bosses, please share with us. Let's hear from you. Thank you for joining us.